Hey friends, happy Tuesday evening. It is Melissa with Junk and Craft Treasures on the Junk and Craft Treasures page and Decoupage Central page tonight, guys. So as you're coming on, let me know you're here. Let us know you're here. Hashtag replay, because you're most likely watching this right now and you're on the replay. So I hope everybody had a fantastic Tuesday. It's been a good day today. I'm excited to be live. Haven't been live in a couple days, so I'm excited to be back, guys. So like I said, as you're coming on, say hello. Let us know you're here. Let us know that you can see this, that we are all out in the land that we need to be in. And we're going to be working with some fun molds tonight, guys. So I'm going to scoot you back here just a little bit so you can actually see the project. Before the live tonight, I went ahead and pulled a couple different rice papers that we may work with tonight. And let me get switched over here as well. And we're gonna have some fun, guys. We're gonna experiment. We're gonna do some things that I'm a little bit familiar with, some things that I'm not familiar with, but I figured why not do it together tonight, right, guys? That's what Tuesday nights are all about, to have fun, experiment, all of those good things, and make some fun projects. Hey, Cece. Hey, Holly, Lynn, Danette, Beverly, how are y'all tonight? Good to see y'all. And remember, guys, we are on the Decoupage Central page tonight. So if you are on, make sure to comment, interact, and all those good things. And we will pick somebody at the end of the live for a gift certificate. Hey, Lisa, how are you? I am feeling better. I'm actually feeling better than I thought I would feel today. I looked at myself just a minute ago and I look kind of tired. I promise I'm really not that tired. I do have some energy, but looking in here, I can tell I look a little bit tired. But let's get started, guys. So what we're going to work on tonight are these fantastic IOD molds. Hey, Jen, thank you for sprinkling. I appreciate it. These are fantastic. And y'all saw me last week show some of the projects that I have done, like this that I did with the resin. So what we're going to do tonight is we're going to use some of the fast casting resin, and we're also going to use some clear resin. And oh, y'all, let me think about this for a second. Oh, I meant to, oh, thank you for the stars, my friend. I meant to grab her name. Hey, Terry. Hey, Eva. I think it's Pickin' Boots. I think that's right. I'm not sure. I think that's what it was. But I watched one of her YouTube videos working with some clear resin on these, and I absolutely loved the look. Hey, Terry. How are you, my friend? And hey, honey. We got Terry and my hubby, Terry, on here right now. So I lost my train of thought because they both popped up at the same time. So we're going to use some of that clear resin. We're going to try some of the things that she had on her YouTube. And then I'm going to show you some things the other way as well, so we can kind of have some variety in using these. So, hey, Jeanette. Hey, Penny. Hey, Jen. Oh, yay. I know a lot of people have said their molds have come in. What is the first project y'all are going to work on? Y'all be letting me know in the comments as we're getting this started. So, real quick, here is another one of the molds that I did with some transfers. So we may use some transfers too, and we will see what we want to do with those when we get to there. But what I have done is I've used some clear resin, okay? So they kind of come out a little bit cloudy when you use the clear resin versus, hey Jeannie, the white resin. But y'all, I'm going to show y'all, like I said, I learned how to make them look clear where you can see through them. So this is how it will come out, and then that's how we can y'all see that in there? Show me if y'all can. Hey, Cheryl. Oh, you are good, my friend. Tell me if you can see the difference. And that's using the same resin. So I'm going to show you how to do that. Oh, awesome, girl. So what I'm thinking is you're working with your sleigh and reindeer. Awesome. These churches, we have 3 different sizes. I think one of these churches behind here would be absolutely beautiful with, you can see the difference. Awesome, Jana. Cool. I think this would look really cool behind one of these. So I grabbed a whole bunch of different things. We've got some snowmen. We've got our cardinals. We've got these fantastic Santas to do like a vintage look. Like I said, we're going to try a couple different things. So first thing I'm going to do, like I said, I've got all kinds of papers that I've used. Hey, Sharon. I don't know which ones we're going to use. I will determine it when I get there. We've got cool snowflake backgrounds. So, I know, right, Jana? We've got these cool ones right here. We could even take some of the pumpkins off of the bottom of here. So many different ways that we can utilize our rice papers. So let me go ahead and get the one mold poured, and then we'll work with this, and then we'll come back and I'll show you some easy projects and then some more complex. So like I said, we're gonna do a little bit of variety tonight. I am feeling better, Maggie. Actually today I am feeling better than I thought I would, because I have had my cutting and stuff done before, and I did go to a different doctor, and I don't know if it's the different way he did it or what, but I don't feel as bad as I did last time the day after. So that is very positive. Last night was a little rough, but we're good. This is what I'm going to use in case you haven't seen this before. I've used it a million times, but just in case it turns white. So it's called Amazing Casting Resin, and we're going to use equal parts to equal parts. I think I'm ambitious if I think I'm going to get 5 of these done. You are good, Brenda. Enjoy your conversation with your sister. Yes, we are. I am praying for everybody in the path of Florida and the hurricane and everything. That is terrifying. I think it's ambitious to get that many done. So we're going to pour 2 more, and we'll see how many we get done. Thank you, Marcy. I'm glad that wasn't open when I decided to throw it at myself too. That would have been fantastic. All right, so it's equal parts A, equal parts B. On this mold, it tells you in milligrams and grams how much each one of these is. When I poured the clear resin, it equaled about, I think, 154 ounces for all 3 of them. So I'm gonna pour about 100, and we'll get at least 2 out of here, because let's see, this one's 56 and that one is 70. Let's see, and this one's 76. So let's do, or excuse me, that's grams. So 51 and 56. So let's do those, because that'll be a little bit easier to do. Okay, so equal parts. So we said this one was 56. So we're gonna go a little bit right there. Hey, Maudette, how are you? Good to see y'all all tonight. I am glad to be here tonight. I feel like I haven't done a live in, let's see, so 50, so that's 60, 120. I feel like I haven't done a live in a while, but I was on Friday, so making sure I've got my equal parts here. I've got something floating in my cup, but that's okay. Hopefully we will get that off here in a second. Put this over here. All right, I'm gonna do my stick, and we do 30 seconds, guys. Hey, Diane. Hey, Julie. Good to see you. Hey, Becky. I am feeling better, better today than I was last night, so that is good. So I'm hoping that is a good thing. I was telling Shayna last night with Frame It and Contain It that we're using Meta Honey this time. So I will show you in just a second, Cheryl, for sure. But we're using Meta Honey, and it's a kind of a more natural, so I'm wondering if I am having a better reaction with that than the other stuff that we used last time. Yes, I am. I'm hoping to do another live tomorrow night, guys. If not, that may be a little ambitious as well. So it may be on Thursday, but we'll see. All right, we're gonna pour 2 for sure. And I'm gonna do these because they've got a little bit wider designs. I wanna make sure I've got enough. I'm sure I do, but just wanna make sure that we get into all of the detail on these, and make sure not to miss your tops or bottoms, because those will, and with this fast casting resin, guys, especially with this fan blowing, you have about a minute to a minute and a half to get it poured without it starting to turn white. So I am concentrating, making sure I've got that full on all of my spots. I got a little bit extra. I am okay with a little bit extra. Okay. Good. I am so glad to see that with the Meta Honey. All right, guys, I'm just gonna set that to the side for right now, and we're gonna skip over. Somebody asked me what clear resin I use. This is the clear resin that I use. You're gonna have parts A and parts B, just like the other resin, but it's called art resin. I find it a little easier to use than some of the other resins, but if you are gonna do, see how quick that's turning, guys? But if you are gonna do a deep pour, like if you were gonna use a deeper mold, you would need to get a deep pour resin. So there's all kinds of different resins, but this is the one that I used for the project over here tonight. It is equal parts to equal parts. The difference between the two resins, guys, is between that art resin and this one that I'm using right here. This one you can use within 10 minutes. This one, you need to let it sit for at least 12 to 24 hours before you can take it out of the mold, because you want to make sure that it is good and ready to go. Hey Liz, thank you, my friend. Okay, so I want to show you the magic on this too, and I'm hoping I'm gonna get, hang on one second, I've got this black piece of paper right here, so I think this is going to be a good example. Okay, so like I said, these were all, and I didn't get some of the bubbles out of this one. I'll kind of show you out of that clear resin. See in the middle, I've got some bubbles there. I'm not going to let it bother me for this project, but you want to make sure that those bubbles are out if you're working on a project that you want that crystal clear for. Yes, it's called Meta Honey. Meta Honey. Okay, so I will show this again, and then I'll show you the magic. So these are both the same resin. They're the art resin. So we've got our clear shiny and then our matte right here. So all I'm gonna do is take a glossy varnish, okay? So any type of glossy varnish will work. Let me move those over. I'm using Liquitex. But any glossy varnish will work. Like even if you had glossy Mod Podge, I'm sure it would work. So let's take one of these. And I'm hoping y'all can see this happen. So can y'all give me some hearts if y'all can see these on here and see the difference in the colors. So give me some hearts so I know y'all can see what I'm doing here. Hey Becca. Okay, so I'm gonna take some varnish, some glossy varnish. Y'all watch this. Ready? This is so cool. Can y'all see that? So we are just gonna put this glossy varnish over the outside of our mold. In all of the little places. And y'all, can y'all see it's clear? Did y'all see that magic happen? Who saw it happen? Give me some hearts if you saw it happen. I'm gonna do another one too. So now we have the clear that we can see through. So we're gonna do the same thing on this one. We're gonna take that glossy varnish and I am gonna put it over, and I'm trying to do it before it dries, guys, so that way we don't have a whole bunch of brush strokes. But look, clear. So like I said, I think it was Pickin' Boots YouTube that I saw this on, but I thought that was amazing. Just so amazing. So it's just a glossy top coat, a glossy varnish. The bubbles you avoid when your resin is setting, you'll take a heat gun or some type of heat tool and pop those bubbles. So I did not wait to make sure that all of my bubbles were out of my resin. But y'all, so we've got our see-through projects. So let's get started and do a fun, I think I missed one little spot here, hang on. Let's do a fun decoupage project on here. Hey Deb, I know, I just thought that was so cool when I saw that, y'all. So we're gonna do reverse decoupage on this. I'm gonna put that in some water. I just thought it was so cool. Now, this is only the second and third time that I have done this with the, because this was the first and these are the second. So, you know, there's gonna be a learning curve anytime you do anything, but that is how you do it. And like I said, I did it quick to kind of avoid those brush strokes and all that stuff. Okay, let's do what I am thinking. Like I said, these churches are so pretty to me, and I think it will look really good behind this clear. Oh, I'm sorry it froze, Laura, but I'm glad you're back. And then I think I'm gonna use one of these Santas, and I'm gonna do, if you've seen me do my frosted glass before, I think I'm gonna do that. And I will decide, I think I wanna do sheet music with a transfer, but I've got that stuck to my resin. Hang on one second, guys. Got it stuck to my resin stick over here, but I can save it if I put it right there. Okay. I'm gonna put these right back here. Hey Teresa, hey Brenda. Yeah, I just used, this is what I used. So we had this on hand, it's a small bottle of it. That's just what I used, and it's almost dry, so it does dry pretty fast. Oh y'all, I didn't bring a water pen, but I do have some clean water. So let's do, let me grab. This is what happens when you get organized. You forgot to get all your stuff. To pop up, yes, thank you, Liz. Thank you. That is exactly correct. Okay. So I think this one would be pretty, but this one's pretty too. So let's use this one. We're gonna use this one, and all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my water. I know, it is fantastic, and it is not limited like the other ones, so it is still available. Okay, so I'm gonna kind of position it where I want it on here, and then I'm gonna take my water pen, not my water pen, my brush, and I'm gonna get started. And remember, we can always sand off that excess. So I'm gonna come around this side. And take it down here at the bottom. And like I said, we're gonna do the reverse decoupage technique. So we're gonna actually decoupage on the back. Yes, guys, I forgot to mention that. If you do exclamation DEC, it should bring up where you can get these from. All right, guys, I'm gonna just pull that right there. And put that right there. Okay, so this is gonna fit where it's gonna kind of show through. Isn't that gonna be cool? I am, Marianne, I am. Okay, so we're gonna do our reverse decoupage. So I've got it flipped over, and I am gonna try, I am wondering, hang on y'all. I wanna try something that I saw on this YouTube video. So I'm gonna just bring it down to right here. And like I said, we're experimenting together because I actually have not tried this yet. So I left that open because I want to do what she did on her video, and I want to paint the gold side or the back side gold, decoupage this one, and then flip it over and use some rub and buff. So that is what we are going to try. I used art resin is what I used. Okay, so let's take our Mod Podge. And remember, I'm going to use a matte because it will dry clear. Like I said, guys, we are experimenting together. I don't want too much on here. So I'm going to kind of, like we do with stenciling, I'm going to kind of offload it just a little bit. And then I'm going to lay my paper down, and I am going to flip it over. Y'all, it worked. That's so pretty. Okay. So we have those edges, but we're going to take care of those fuzzy little edges, y'all. So we've got that on there. Now, you know, with all decoupage that we do, let me give this a quick little dry, that when you put white behind your decoupage paper before you decoupage, it brings out your design a little bit more. So let's try it. Let's see if we can get it a little bit brighter by putting some white paint on the back. I just want to make sure that's dry with that Mod Podge. I know, Julie. I know. I was digging through my pile, and I was like, you know what? Hey, Erin. I was like, I'm gonna try it with the church. I have to try it with the church. Okay, so then let's take a little bit of the white. I'm not gonna do a whole lot, but just kind of emphasize. And we'll turn it around. Oh yeah, we can definitely see where that white is. I don't know if you can, but it kind of stops right here on the back side. So I'm gonna go ahead and carry that all the way up so you don't see my brush strokes. I just wanted to kind of see if we could see it, and you can. So I'm going to go ahead and finish that out all the way. Oh, you are good. Okay. So now it's even brighter. I know, right? Really pretty. Okay, so let's get that dry. I'm going to sand off those edges, and then I'm going to put the Mod Podge on the back. We Mod Podge the back side before we put our paper down. So no, you don't have to Mod Podge the front. Do not have to Mod Podge the front because we Mod Podged it onto our surface. All right, just like I do when I do my other decoupage, I'm gonna sand off going in my downward motion. So we're basically just doing it where we cannot see our image, okay? So I'm still sanding in the downward motion. That way I don't get any, let me see here. Yeah, that's gonna work. I would recommend going down, doing the downward. Because when we do the Mod Podge, we can gather any pieces that aren't perfect. Hey, Lisa. Yes, they are, Penny. They sure are. I'm being all careful, guys, because like I said, this is the first time I've done this, so I don't want to mess it up. Because y'all know I can mess things up sometimes. So let's get this off the top. And if I would have cut it a little bit better, we wouldn't have to be sanding it, but lesson learned, right? Oh, no, you were good, Jana. Okay. Got a little white paint on the front. Just going to scrape that off. Okay, this is so cute. Let me get this one edge right here before I do my Mod Podge. Okay, I am happy with that. Got a couple frizzes, but I think, okay, so we've got those sides sanded. We can still see through the back. So let's take some gold. You can get them from Decoupage Central, Julie. If you do exclamation DEC, it will pull up. And what was I going to say? And it will take you to all of the new IOD releases. I do get credit if you use that link, and over $35 is free shipping. So that's what I was trying to get out of my mouth. Y'all, I don't remember which one I used for my Mod Podge. Okay, it's that one. I was like, I don't want to put the wrong one down. I know that's my varnish. So let's go ahead and put this over the back and get all those little wispies and all of that down on our back side. Okay, then let's add our gold back here. And this may be too opaque of a gold, but we'll see. Yeah, that's gonna be too opaque. So let's grab our rose gold. Oh, awesome. I think I'm almost out of this one. Hang on, guys. I used art resin. So we're gonna use rose gold because I think it's gonna show up better. Yep. If you had a thicker gold, it would probably work better. So I may do, I mean, I can kind of see it. Can y'all kind of see it down there at the bottom? We're gonna accentuate it with our, what do you call it? Our rub and buff. Okay, that's cute. So cute, y'all. Okay, so we've kind of got that gold through. So I am going to just set that right there. We're gonna come over here on this one real quick and do it. And we're gonna do it a little bit different. Okay. Grab my scissors for my Santa. I got them from Decoupage Central. If you'll do exclamation DEC, it will take you to all of the new releases. And that mold is on there. Okay, guys, I'm just cutting out the Santa. And I'm gonna cut it pretty close. And like I said, this is a little bit more elaborate, but we'll do an easy one here in just a second with the other resin that we did. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I wanna put him like right about there. So I'm gonna cut a little bit of his beard and make it work for what we're doing. Okay, so we're gonna kind of do the same thing. We're gonna take our Mod Podge and put it on the back. But like I said, this one's gonna be a little bit different. So this one, I've only used some of the paper on that clear. We're just gonna push that down. Okay, make that dry real quick. Oh, awesome, Anna. They are from Decoupage Central, Tracy. Decoupage Central has so many different designs. Hey, Marilyn. Like I said, we're gonna see what comes of this one here, y'all. Okay, so I'm gonna do it a little bit different, y'all. So I'm gonna try this. We're gonna see what it looks like. I'm just gonna put this over the back. So I'm not putting the white on it. Give that a quick try. Like I said, I'm experimenting with this one, so I'm gonna set that one to the side because I don't want to get it messed up. Okay, I have some of this looking glass spray, guys. We are gonna try it. I don't recommend doing this inside like I am, y'all. I'm gonna do a test squirt here. Probably should put something after I splattered on my computer last week, guys. Let me put a little towel up there so I don't get it on my computer. Okay, so you really can't see it, but you can. Can y'all kind of see the frosted? There we go. Can y'all see that mirror reflection up there? So we are gonna do one coat of that, and then we're gonna add black on the back, y'all. We're gonna try it. I did, what's it called? Art resin. Sorry, guys. All right, so let's put some black over that to help bring it out. Like I said, we're just kind of testing it like we did our other. Yes, they are, Patricia. They are all on that website, so you may have to search a little bit. But yes, it should bring you to all of the new. Okay, can y'all see it now? Where it looks really dark and kind of vintage. So we're gonna finish doing that. And the black is just gonna help that mirror show up a little bit better. So it's gonna kind of give it that vintage vibe, and which is what I wanted with that Santa. Okay, so let's dry that real quick. It's actually really pretty. It's just easier when it's kind of wet, if that makes sense. But yeah, you can totally paint over it. It's just that we have everything sped up, so I'm not 100% sure that it's completely dry, so I don't want to drag my brush, if that makes sense. So, yeah, that's really cool. So, the question remains on this. Do I want to leave it all silver? I kind of want to add some white on there. Let's just see what it looks like, y'all. Because that'll look like snow. And if we wanted to, we could even have put some glitter and stuff in there too. Okay, so I kind of like the white at the bottom. And then we'll use like some black Rub and Buff to kind of accentuate the front. Okay, we'll let that dry. And we're gonna come over here So these are our clear ones. We're just experimenting and playing with the clear. So this was our other resin that we did at the beginning, guys. So it just pops right out of our molds. And for this, I kind of want to do one of these vintage Santas. What do y'all think? Oh, thank you, Debbie. Thank you. I've done him on some other things. But what I also wanted to show y'all too is don't just think Christmas. Like, wouldn't these crosses be beautiful for Easter and things on these? Like, there's so many possibilities, guys. So I think I'm going to use a snowman and a Santa is what we're going to do on those two. Yeah, I love the Santa too. So, like I said, when those are drying. Now, I always, when I use this type of resin, I always paint it before I do anything else. I don't have a picture of it, Lisa, but this is what it looks like. Art resin. Get that back over there so I don't drop it. Okay, so I always paint them white first. Let me grab my white brush. Okay. Just because it helps everything else kind of stick. So if you're going to use a wax or any type of that, it just helps it because you know your resin is kind of slick. And of course, we're not going to see all of that, so not worried about brush strokes and all of that. Oh, awesome, Marilyn. Yeah, it is. I love all the molds, but this one is so versatile. And like, if you could tie, or you could, I don't know why I said if, tie a ribbon around the top of it and make some ornaments. And then you can probably see right here, I have one of them with a transfer on it. And that's what I'm kind of thinking I'm going to do on that other clear one. So if we get to it tonight. If not, I'll make a reel from it and y'all need to check it out at some point. So let me get these two dry real quick. They can, they absolutely can, Jana. I had a hard time deciding if I wanted to do the church tonight or, oh, awesome, Marta. They do. Some of them do. They absolutely do, Becca. I forgot where I was going with that, Jana. I lost my train of thought. I'm going to blame it on the medicine, y'all. Oops, molds. Yeah, they're fun to work with, y'all. And I'm going to try to do a little more informative lives and stuff on the molds and use some clay and some other things like I have in the past, just to kind of help y'all that are new to it, because I know a lot of people get intimidated and are scared to do all the fun things, but like it's really not that bad. Really makes beautiful projects. I'm trying to see which one I want to use. I think I want to use, I really think I want to use this one. Hey, Michelle, I didn't even see you on here. How are you? Okay, so I put them with picture frames. I'm going to do ornaments with them. I'm going to actually make some wood designs to go with them. But they're decorative. They are definitely decorative. I've seen some creators do them upside down and take this part off and make like flower pot type crafts. Like all kinds of different things. Okay, guys. So I'm just going to go ahead and Mod Podge this down. I keep checking to make sure I've got my Mod Podge brush here. So where we did the back side before, we're doing the front side now. Just grabbing some Mod Podge over here. And I probably should have cut that bottom. Hang on, guys. Let me see here. I may apply some more Mod Podge here in just a second. Is this the one I'm using? Yeah, hang on. I'm gonna go ahead and make it easier in the long run here. So I'm gonna put it right there. Didn't have any water on my brush, but that's okay. We'll go from the back side. You can always tell if the water's on there if you can see it through that side. Okay, better, much better. That's my Mod Podge, guys, so I don't get it mixed up. Don't get it mixed up. We're just gonna apply some more Mod Podge down. I know we've already put it, but it was pretty much dry, and I don't have my iron to do my iron method. So I'm just gonna lay him on here. Super easy. And then we're gonna do our snowman real quick. Is this the one I wanted to use, or was it? Actually, I think that one will be cute too. Let's use this one. He's a little bit smaller. So, like I said, guys, go through your papers because you probably, because Jonelle puts like 3s and things on some of them, so you might have some smaller images that you didn't know what to do with, and this will be perfect. So we're just going to attach that down there. I'm going to do the same thing. Grab a little bit of water, because this one has a little more detail, and I don't want to sand that. IOD bottom, is that holly or a Christmas tree or just a vine? It's I don't know what you would call it. It's like year round. And then this one is year round. Okay, so we're gonna attach this one. I keep checking to make sure I got Mod Podge all. Beauty of craft paper. Okay, so we'll let that one dry. Let's get this one sanded because I'm sure it's dry now. So again, I'm going to go in the downward motion. And then up around the top, I'm going to be a little more careful, but I'm just going to pull it back just a little bit. Take my water, because I didn't do it all the way up to the top, guys. And I did that on purpose. So I can just kind of pull off the top for that detail and then lay that back down. Okay, so we've got our Santa on here. Let's get our snowman. I know, it's a fantastic mold. And y'all don't forget, !DEC, take you directly to my link, and I do get a small commission. I would appreciate it if you'd use that link, but I understand. Don't. Okay. All right, so then we have our snowman on this one. How cute is that, guys? Okay, so let's do the front of all of our projects. Oh, let me apply one coat of our Mod Podge on the top of these real quick. Make sure I've got that on there. Hang on, I may have missed that side. Who else misses their sides when they Mod Podge? I am the world's worst about that. That one's down. I'm gonna get the top right here on that one. I swear, even though I think I have the edges, I always miss my edges. So it's not just you, if you have that issue too. All right, then we'll take our Mod Podge and coat over the top. Just to give it that protective seal. And this, at this point, if you have wrinkles, you don't want your wrinkles, you can use your dryer to help it seal. The clear resin is art resin. It works totally different than this resin right here, because you've got to make sure you do it for exactly 3 minutes. You pop your bubbles, so it is a little more precise, but it does make beautiful projects, y'all. Okay, so let's grab some rubbing buffs. And I also want to grab some wax. I'm gonna clean up my mess just a little bit, because this is the fun part. Now we get to pull everything together. Try not to get my brushes all dried out, y'all. Okay. This is clear. See how we have that clear on the top versus our Mod Podge on the top. So you can do it either way. This is a finished project. Yes, rub and buff is the best, but I am gonna do wax on this one just because we kind of have the vintage vibe going on here. So let me grab my wax brush. I'm gonna do this one almost identical to how I did the Santa last week. I'm gonna go in with that wax. And I am gonna go into all of the crevices. This is probably going to be the fastest one, guys, because I'm going to do the wax on this one. And then I'm just going to take a little bit on my sides just to give it. So like I said, this is the fun part because we get to decorate and do all of the embellishments. Bring some of that wax down the sides. Gonna get some down here. And y'all, if you have any questions, this is the part where I don't look up as frequently. So if you have any questions, drop them down and I will go back and answer them. It may not be tonight because I might be in bed early tonight, but I will answer them for you. Okay, guys. So here is that. If we don't scrape off all the wax or wipe it back, but I am gonna wipe it back just a little. and get that cool look. Is that not awesome, guys? I see some hearts going up. How cool is that? So that's just with the wax. And like I said, we can bring that wax all the way around on our paper. We want to put just a little bit, give it a little bit more here and there. All right, so that is the wax look with that. And then, like I said, you can tie a ribbon around here, hang it on a tree, decorative. Yes, I do too, my friend. I do too. But I think we're on the right track. So let me get this back up. I know, makes a huge difference, doesn't it? Okay, so this church, I know I did the gold on the back, the rose gold, but we're gonna come through, I think we're gonna use, what is this called? It's called Spanish copper, and it's a rub and buff, and it's really cool, y'all. So I am just gonna rub this on the front, and that copper, or that rose gold's gonna be on the back, and this is just gonna hit some of the highlights on the front, because like I said, we did the back. Y'all, this is so pretty. So I'm just really making sure that I get this detail with this rub and buff. And try not to get it on your, I know that was bad, y'all. I used my finger, but it was one I haven't been using. Hang on. Where are my Clorox wipes? I'm gonna get that off real quick before it dries, because I did touch it with my, y'all, I'm gonna hope for not a collapse there. Did y'all see that fly everywhere? I don't know if y'all saw that, because it was extremely wet. But remember, we have resin, and we have our varnish on there, so that will wipe right off. Okay. So now I've just gotten that detail. Look at that, y'all. What do y'all think? So we just had the rose gold. Now we just added a pop of that rub and buff on the bottom and the top to bring out that detail at the bottom. I think that turned out really pretty. Now for this one, what do we want to do? I'm not sure what I want to do on that one yet. Hang on. I want to use black on this one though. I know, so pretty, y'all. And I think, I may be wrong, but I'm really thinking there are some other ways we can use them than what I listed too. So, okay, so I'm doing the black on this one because we have the silver, and I don't have my silver rub and buff out, but I think what we're gonna do here, I think it's gonna look just fine. And of course you could take a brush if you wanted to. So then I'm just gonna go around with my finger just to kind of so I just kind of accentuated, is that the word? Did that one with some black, but I kind of want to do, hang on y'all, I kind of want to do something else with this too. Hang on. We are going to, just want to add just a little bit of that wax on there, because I'm weird. Okay, so we kind of got that vintage vibe with that black. They would, they really would. So y'all, I'm showing you all kinds of different looks that you can get here. So we've got our vintage Santa, we've got our kind of old world mirror, we've got our church. And so let's make this one, I kind of want to do this one in the wax again too, and then add some of this on there. So we're going to do both on this one. We're going to do both. And then we'll be done, guys. I know I have one more, but I don't think I have time to do that one tonight. I love the wax look with these, with the white resin. It's just kind of my, but I do want to show you what this copper looks like with the resin too, or with the wax. We're going to do the same thing we did on the other one, kind of just go around it, around the top. I hope y'all have enjoyed this as much as I have tonight. This has been fun. Kind of experimenting. Okay, so let me get all that good and down in there. You sure could. You sure could. So y'all are gonna have to let me know when we finish this one up which one was your favorite. I know which one's mine. Okay, so again, show you what this looks like with just the wax. Okay, so that's what it looks like before I scrape it back. I'm going to scrape it back. It looks like that. And now, like I said, we're going to take some of this, what's it called? Spanish copper. And we are going to kind of just go over like we did with the other one, because it gives it a really cool vibe. Especially over that wax. And it dries like iron type. It's really cool. I didn't even know they made the Spanish copper. Can y'all see that difference? How we've kind of got that copper down there now, like it's been around. I know. And then we'll just kind of put that around there. And when it completely dries, when the copper completely dries over that wax, it's going to look like that. But it's got to completely do its thing. So I'm just going to add just a little bit more. Okay, guys, I am good with that. I think these are all super cute. Trying to get the right lids on everything. Oh, you know what? I think I'm gonna add some silver. What is this? Hang on. I want to add a little metallic on here. I want to give it just a little bit more on here of something. It needs a little something else. And what I'm going to do, guys, hang on. I'm one of those people, if it doesn't look exactly right, I'm going to fix it. So what I want to do is I want to go I want this one to be a little bit different. I'm going to really get into that detail, even though we got the silver. And then And I'm gonna come over with that black. Even though I had that black on there, we're gonna lay this down first. And then I think that's gonna give it the look that I was looking for. Much better. So, like I always say on my lives, guys, if something isn't exactly how you want it, it's just paint, just rub and buff. You can get it back to how you want it. So I am loving this. Okay, let me grab, is that the one I just used? Hang on. Sorry, guys. Got sidetracked. I know, now I'm having fun because it didn't look exactly how I wanted it to look, but now I've got that. Now I've got it. Okay, I wanted just to add some of that to it. So we've got the old world look, and then we've got that cool bottom on there. It needed something in the cool detail because you couldn't see the detail with the clear because I didn't paint the back. All right, guys. Thank you, my friend. Like I said, we were kind of playing, kind of experimenting with some of it. So now I know what I want to do, but y'all have to tell me, but I'm going to pick a winner here in just a second. Do we like the church with the clear? We have our Santa with our mirror vintage look. We have our snowman with some of the rustic with the Spanish copper. And then we have our other Santa right here, guys. So many different projects that we can make with these. And I didn't get to the one with the birdcage one, but here is what it looks like with the clear resin. And then here's a project we did with some transfers. The church is your favorite. All right, guys, let me hop over here and pick somebody to get a gift certificate from Decoupage Central. I will, if you will email me your email address in a PM, we will get it to you hopefully within the next 24 hours, guys. So let me get over here and see who all has commented on all the good things and let it do its random thing. And I stuck my arm in Mod Podge, guys. Never fails, right? Drum roll. Mary Noakes. Mary Noakes, you are tonight's winner. So congratulations. I know, right, Becca? Keep watching, my friend. Keep watching for sure. You like the snowman? I know they're all a little bit different. They're all a little bit different, but they would look so pretty on a tree. My two favorites are these two right here. These are my favorites. So this is this is the white resin, and then this is the clear resin. The first Santa's the one you like? Yeah, so many different ways, guys. All right, I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. I thank you for all your support, guys. I will, like I said, I will either be live either tomorrow or Thursday night. So keep a watch out on the page, and I will see y'all. I'll post a finished project of all of these that'll probably post tomorrow morning, guys. So have a blessed rest of the evening, or if you were in the Florida areas, my prayers to you all, and hope that it is not as bad as they say it is, and that everything is not as bad as they say it's gonna be, guys. All right, thanks, guys. Y'all have a great rest of the week, and I'll see y'all soon. Bye.